Here we go.
Well, hello. How is everyone? I hope you're all well. You amazing, amazing, beautiful, wonderful people. It's Tuesday, baby. This is video 2, I think. No, 3. This is video 3. So it's not like Domino's. It's not 2 for Tuesday. It's 3 for Tuesday. It's just better than Domino's. But I did this video just as a bit of a public service because I did a live this morning. And I know some of you don't like live, so I thought, you know what, I'll do a more condensed version. So some of you may have watched the live earlier, and you may not want to watch this because it is just simply to condense that into a more bite-sized chunk. And many people are thinking, well, if this fucking intro goes on anymore, that'll be as long as the damn live, so crack on. So let's get on with it, right? Because what we're talking about is basically Liam Payne's war against the music industry and how this has stemmed back for years with what would seemingly be a... Brian Harvey spoke about it, right? He talked about the fact that there is planned and pre-arranged attacks upon people. Something will happen. It will be purposefully sculptured in that way that you know it's going to happen, and you will have something on the back burner like multiple articles ready to go because you know what's going to happen, and it's all part of this plan to make somebody appear a certain way. And is that what was going on in Liam Payne's career in the music industry? Was there indeed this battle between the music industry, the likes of Simon Cowell and Liam Payne? And was he being subjected to certain things and certain people in order to control, manipulate, and eventually destroy the guy? Now, we all can turn around and think, why? And many people will say, why? And it could potentially just be that Liam Payne saw things, he heard things, he witnessed things, and he was starting to become outspoken, his own person, and did that pose a risk to the hierarchy, if you like. But where's the evidence of it? Well, let's look. And again, I'm going to just scan over this. If you want the entire thing, and you didn't watch the live earlier, then see if this satisfies you, see if this scratches that itch, and if it don't, go and check the live out and where we go deep, balls deep in this. So look, like I say, I'm only going to scan over some of it, but let's take a look at this recent trip to America by Liam Payne, which should have been an incredibly exciting opportunity for him. And while he managed to meet, socialise and network with noteworthy individuals, because this is the Liam Payne way, to make a positive out of anything which may be ill-intended, he had 2 ticks attached to him in the form of Beard Mayor Henry and manager, hanger-on, Steve Feenan O'Connor. Wait, manager or former manager, you ask? Well, here's the thing. Steve Areno was supposed to be Liam's manager when he was with his agency, KIN, formerly Doyen Global. But remember that we were told Liam's management let him go. Let's revisit that publicised separation in November 2021 just for a brief moment. And this is an excerpt here. Partied company. Liam Payne dropped by management after his partying got out of control. But they have now split after Liam's post-One Direction career stalled. And again, Liam's official hoverer, Steve Feenan O'Connor, was his manager while with KIN. So one would assume that Feenan would also no longer be his manager. But instead, the hoverer has been heard or seen in just about everything Liam has participated in since November. So, is he his manager? Weren't his manager? Ring any bells? Was he eventually replaced with none other than Rogelio Norres? Because it would seem that when Steve goes out of the picture, Rogelio Norres comes into the picture. But what are they talking about? So what are we talking about in terms of setting up? And it's interesting here when you look at here. From his event premiere during Oscars week, which took a fucking turn, The Good Food Institute serves as hosts of an exclusive culinary experience to showcase some of the best innovations in animal-free protein. To the last event on Sunday, 27th of March at Elton John's AIDS Foundation Oscars viewing party. He is followed by two, sometimes three individuals who are in the background photobombing most of his pics and videos. Beard, Maya Henry, Barnacle, Steve Feenan O'Connor, Chaperone, Maya Henry's mother. So what they're basically saying is, wherever Liam went, you had these in the background, but were they doing him any favours? And this is where we now fast forward to the slap that was heard around the world. And why is that important? Because of this, right? So you've got Liam Payne, his reaction to the dramatic moment when Chris Rock got slapped by Will Smith. And what they're basically saying here is there seemingly was many people who were told, don't fucking comment on this, stay away from it. There was some real powerhouses in there who were seemingly not allowed to say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say a fucking thing. There's people being seen dragged away from the situation where people were trying to interview to get a comment on it, and they weren't allowed. However, Liam Payne was allowed to go on and have this discussion about how he felt about it. And this was then turned into a barrage of abuse against Liam Payne. And it was like, and this is sort of noting that it was almost like all these things were ready to go. They were ready to go. As soon as Liam had his say, bang, the media strikes, and it was just an absolute torrent of abuse. Look at this, look. A lot of these really big name celebrities don't want to be addressing the issue of Will Smith and Chris Rock. And in the video, you can see Kevin Costner being pulled away. And yet, there's Liam, allowed to go on at length about the Oscar theatrics. Liam, who has allegedly been trying out for film roles, isn't even an actor and has nothing to promote, yet somehow was selected among all those celebrities to provide his opinion on the night's events. So where's his manager poking the back? Wait a minute, though. Why would he have one? I thought he was let go by his management. Again, you ask. We just saw the article by Metro UK stating as such. But in the video, what did Liam say at 1:28:29? He gestured behind him and mentioned my manager. Really? His manager? So who's his new manager after being let go by KIN? Feenan O'Connor is no longer with KIN, as LinkedIn reflects. He says that he left him last September, but he's a partner in a property company. He's a co-founder, along with someone named Ross Taylor, the director of Franchain, which is about helping artists, like Liam, to connect with their fans. One way they do is through NFTs. So we know Liam had a bit of an artistic flair. He'd got involved in NFTs. So it would seem that it's likely that this dickhead was around Liam for some kind of financial benefit to him. And look, it goes on and on. So it shows you pictures wherever fucking Liam Payne is, this Steve-O Feenan is again in pictures. And even in here, where you've got Liam Payne with other people, Alexander Stewart, and you've got the fucking sponges, Maya Henry, Feenan, and that in the background. Hovering at the crypto gallery. Carpet arrives at Elton John's AIDS Foundation. Feenan on the far left, so that's him in there. Even the week prior at One Direction's San Siro concert rewatch, but called the Lonely Bug Cinema Experience with fans. But he was again, Feenan again. So constantly, on LinkedIn, O'Connor is not listed as Liam's manager. So does that resonate with you when you think of Rogelio Norris? This is just a repeat of this same shit over and over again. But hold on one second, because we're going to skip forward. This is just Liam if he could manage his own fucking life and got on fine. He was doing all right and could actually get involved and handle some real effective situations that would have very likely done Liam the world of good, the absolute world of good. But let me just carry on through here. It just look, incredible ability to mix and mingle. Liam Payne is actually most well known for something that made him a multi-millionaire. Yes, Liam is famous for singing. So did he sing at any of these functions? Why? Yes, because this is talking about he went to multiple things. But is singing at private party only, which, along with hosting live streams for newcomers to promote their music, seems to be the only venues Liam is allowed to perform at these days. Curious, isn't it? So Liam's, where he can sing and what he can do is being controlled by somebody. And it talks here. And while Liam was socialising, catching up and networking while ditching the hangers-on, he was about to be used as a piñata after talking on the carpet to Good Morning Britain and ITV, an interview which is linked at the top of the post and shows Liam talking about Chris Rock. And this is what he got. He just got abuse after abuse after abuse. Some horrendous. If you want to read them, you can pause the video and just read them. But they're attacking his accent. They're just saying that he was clearly on the D-rugs while he was talking, just hammering and hammering and hammering and hammering. And don't worry, we're going to get to my Henry in a second. So, yeah, just literally just crucifying him. Absolutely crucifying him. And this seemingly was just all ready to go. He'd spoken on this red carpet about this event, and bang, have a go. But here we go. It also wasn't an original idea. Seems like causing a viral series of tweets has been used before. We see you, Sony, with one of Liam's bandmates, Harry Styles, from 2021. Remember this? It was exactly the same comments. So literally, like, copy and paste comments. Same keywords, look. Way too many tweets that were too aggressively emphatic. Same keywords, same lingo being used. Beyond excessive. In other words, the very definition of a hit job. But it's just showing that this is when they want to go for you, they go for you. Narrative of this original accent release of tweets was that fans were worried that Harry had lost his British accent because he was spending too much time in America. But it's the same shit. And here we go. So let's have a look at it. Record label Sony Psycho, no doubt pre-approved for Liam back. So look, as if we didn't know whose fingerprints were all over this coordinated smear campaign, at the end of last week, we get Liam's supposed UK record label joining in on the attack. His own UK record label jumped on the bandwagon. Happy April Fool's Day. Happy April Fool's Day. A record label at Sony Psycho, no doubt pre-approved for Liam back in 2016 to help sabotage his solo career. Indirectly, of course, because having Louis Tomlinson stay with Psycho Sony Records in 2016 was already too suspiciously close to home for fans in the know. But Liam being set up with the cow minion Cheryl Cole at the end of 2015 when One Direction was still under direct Sony Psycho control ensured that Liam's public image would be directed by Sony Psycho het narratives until deliverables are met. The UK Capitol Records deal helped to create the illusion that Liam was free in terms of both his professional and personal life. The reality, however, was far from the truth. But then again, that's exactly how Sony Psycho wants it. Who sends a happy April Fool's Day wishes? Nobody on my timeline was, but here Capitol UK was. Happy April Fool's Day. It's a fucking joke, innit? And for those of you who don't know, April Fool's Day is custom in the UK to play a trick or a joke on someone on this day. If the person falls for the joke, then they are called an April Fool. Was Capitol Records saying they were in on his accent interview joke and calling April Fools on Liam, that the joke was on him, just wandering out loud? And to twist the knife in further, Capitol's tweet was followed later that day by another notorious Sony Psycho enabler from 1D days joining in the fun. This was Nick Grimshaw, the grimy Grimshaw, an ex-Radio 1 DJ, for those of you who don't know. And he had brought it all up again, fucking having another pop and reigniting the fucking shit over Liam Payne. And then we have here, so if folks aren't convinced yet that Liam is still under Sony's cow control, Narnia gives you Exhibit A, Maya Mayo Henry. At 16 years old, she was, thank you to the thorough birthday research of Sex Toxbridge on that topic, attending the after Grammy party in February 12th, 2017, for none other than Republic Records. That's right, the same Universal Republic Records that signed Liam Payne in October 2016 to its North American label in a joint deal with Capitol UK. And there's Maya Henry with the Republic Records labels all in the back of her, sitting there with a Republic Records fucking cushion as well. So we at Narnia are certain that her rumoured pairing with Liam Payne in August 2018 was just a coincidence, right? Not. Talk about beard harvesting. And there we have it. To add insult to injury, we certainly don't get to see successful musician Liam Payne attending Grammy after parties, but somehow Henry, the socialite philanthropist model, as the after party articles refer to her as, is rubbing elbows with the elite artists. Oh, and let's add just one more Sony Psycho 1D connection, just for kicks. And you've got a picture of Maya Henry in these pictures here. Even James Corden sitting there. So again, Liam Payne can't attend all this shit, even though he's the fucking global star, yet you've got her walking around with these people. Ben Winston's bud, James Corden, who hosted the Grammys that night. What a small, small world. So there's a snippet into it. There's just a snippet of the shit that you can't make this crap up. You can't make this crap up. So do you not understand now that it would appear that there was a lot of people around Liam Payne that were controlling what he was doing, what he could do, what he couldn't do, and how his life was going the direction it was going? One direction seems fitting, right? Like I say, if you want to see the rest of it, go and check out the live that I did this morning. If you've already watched the live and you just want to watch this, thank you for watching this video as well. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. We're going to see this through to the bitter, bitter end. Love you all. Mwah.